All right, folks. The West Coast Marathon continues right here on TKK Radio. This is indeed The Ryan Show FM with your host, Ryan Vernell. And I'm joined by the owner, an absolute Amazon in the sense of she's a female in charge.
Amazon.
Yeah, female boss.
Amazon.
Amazons used to run the whole jungle. Don't you know that, Elena? Elena.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Charis
That's accurate.
is in the building.
Oh, did I just do
Second week
that?
in a row.
Did I just no?
No, please give it up for yourself. And wow, you
Thank
came
you
on
so
just
much.
this week. It wasn't necessarily a full-on interview, but it was more of just us hanging and plugging this event.
Yeah. Oh man.
Amazing event, by the way.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we've been working together, and you know, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce. We have a very special guest right here with CThree, and to be honest, we've got a photo of CThree right on this wall.
A lot of history up on that
Yeah,
wall.
that's what I want to
didn't
talk
see that.
about, because we're talking about this work that we've been putting together,
Yeah.
you know, behind this. CThree and I were out the night before we did that show. We were out. I was going home at like 1 or 2, and he was producing that event. And you know who else came through that night was Jay Reed from the Jay Reed show.
Oh, Jay Reed, yeah.
Yeah, he came through. So, hey, we go back far. It's been over, I feel like a decade.
Yeah, 10 years.
But man, Ryan.
I mean, look, this is a time for us to give you your roses.
Oh,
So we're at
man,
TKK
thank
Radio,
you.
right? I know people are listening on the
The
radio, but they can't
launch.
see what's around us right now. I mean,
Wow.
she has put the blood, sweat, and tears into this building. It's
Real
visible
talk, real talk.
on every single wall with the couches. I mean, the story behind the opening of TKK Studios is legendary. Are you even comfortable sharing the true vision behind it and the true inspiration? Because I've been thinking a lot about it since you told me.
Man,
Gets
I
deep.
know. It gets so deep,
So
and it's like
deep.
how deep? Because like we were kind of talking about that on the Closat crew. Well, we're trying to do this like more intimate setting and everything, and then I felt like I started talking about it, and then they were like, "Okay, baby, that's a little too deep. Bring it back. Like maybe."
Oh, man, go deep into it. We need to know everything.
Man, well, how? Okay, so what is your example?
I would say let's start with the red wall. The story of the vision
All
of the
right.
red wall, because that's where things get really trippy to me.
Right.
And, you know, we have conspiracy theorists on the show, people that have been abducted by aliens, and
Oh,
the government
that's
is
true.
kidnapped and anally
Oh,
probed.
yeah,
and all
yeah.
types of
Man.
good stuff. Yeah, so and I'm not saying that you're in this realm of conspiracy, but I'm saying that it's almost that bizarre, especially to someone that's a secular guy.
Right.
But it was a very, very
Yeah.
riveting story, and you know, has me thinking about it right now. So, if you don't mind, would you
That's
mind telling us the
incredible.
story of the
Yeah.
red wall?
Oh,
The
wow.
wall that sits right on the other side of that
Wow.
door.
And then like it's incredible because this guy right here's got an album called Spirit Language. So
Spirit
it's
Language.
just like yeah. So we'll start with that. We'll start with this last year. I moved back from Texas to California earlier this year in February. Midsummer I joined a prayer group that I had been in, you know, years back. And we had a prayer challenge. And so I just started praying, and
So I was going to say, there's like a competition, like who prays the hardest.
yeah, I know. Who
prays
prays the
the
hardest?
hardest?
Everyone had like their own style because
Yeah.
it was like journaling, and I started journaling, and it was crazy because I'm so glad I journaled because like I documented like all this stuff that was happening, and it started off with like a blank, almost like a blank sheet.
Yeah.
And I went in praying about stuff like, I don't like this person and I want to pray that they get better, you know. And I was pointing the finger at everyone, right? And then it went from that, and then like God just started revealing and showing me things, and I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You know, but he kept, you know, drawing me back to like different dreams that I had back in the day of like coming back and like owning my own station, like gutting the old station, and coming with a new station and removing like all of the filth basically.
Right.
And separating that. And so I remember that specific dream, and in that dream, I was actually in this building that we're sitting in right now. Years back, we were here, actually. CThree is a witness. We were here. We were with another station.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, I just went with that dream
Is this literally the same room that the other station was in?
No, it was upstairs.
Oh, that's right.
You know, and that's when I came here. That's where I went.
It's all bad. Yeah. And so that was what was like really incredible. I was like, okay, so you're telling me to go back to, you're bringing these dreams. I just took all these different dreams that God, I believe, like throughout the years put in my heart with the industry, and I'm just putting together pieces. And I had these names written down, and I was praying, and I had, in 2020, I had opened up an internet radio station. It was good and a bad time to open up the station, but I got the experience that I needed during that time.
Right.
For this specific experience, to open up a physical station and everything. So when I began to pray and God just showed me all these different things. And so I was like, you know what? I started coming to the parking lot here and started praying. And I was like, all right, I guess people call that manifestation.
Absolutely.
And
I'd say so.
Started going in faith. I'm like, okay, God, if this is supposed to be my place, I'm just going to start praying about it. And then one day I was in my prayer closet and I had a name written down. And I said, God, I just really, I had worked with her when I had my internet radio station. Shout out to my girl in New York, Tamika. Really wanted to work with her again because we worked really well. And as I was praying about her and how the Lord, how could I use her? I had this vision of her in this room with a deep red wall. And it was like one wall was red and the other one was like a beige, a light color. And it was just like all these artists were coming in and out like a revolving door, and then not even after I was done praying, she hit me up on text message and she's just like, hey girl, I really wanted to, I just really wanted to, I've really been thinking about running an internet radio. And I was just like, dude, I can't even believe this. Yeah. So I told her everything. And so I started praying. This whole story is crazy. I'll stop real soon.
We're almost at the red wall.
Right, exactly.
We're almost at the red wall.
So I managed to find the property, manager for this suite, and they had 2 suites available. The guy said, not the one upstairs, but I said, I want the one upstairs. And even in my journal, I had like visions of okay, I had this room. Okay, the old station had this room, this room, this room. And then I had one room that I didn't know what was inside that room. So I had it like all mapped out and everything. But when he showed me this room, it had like all the rooms plus that mystery room that I didn't know what to do with. And
is this the mystery room?
This is the mystery room. If you just turn it around and stuff. But inside this room was a red wall. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. And I asked the guy, I said, is there any reason why the wall's red? And they're like, oh no. He's like, the last people just painted it red. You could do whatever you want. You could just paint over it. And I was like, oh, okay. So the people before.
So this is it right behind us, right here. It's this red wall, or is it the one that's out there?
It's the one in our TKK lounge, and it's really crazy. But we ended up going with a whole red theme. And so now we have a red wall in the broadcasting room. We have a red wall in my office. We have a red wall, right outside the recording studio. I mean, this thing has everything. But enough about me. Let's give a little time to see over here.
What's up? What's good?
We have a quick cameo here, and we don't really get to get him. And we've got a whole marathon. That is an
incredible story, though. Really quick, that is an incredible story. To those listeners that are out there, wow, if that's not faith or something out there, I don't know what is. It's something's watching over you.
I feel like I'm just gonna have to have a book, because there's just so much details,
Yeah.
and it's all about faith, and it's really, I feel like God's telling me to build an ark, and I'm not sure why I'm building this ark,
Yeah.
but I'm building it for the people.
Elena's ark. This is God's vision for our community. It's
Absolutely.
not I'm just building this. It's people like the Ryan Show and Jay Reed and the C3s and our guests behind us, the Tori K's. Like this is what the station is about. It's about taking back and building our community, building independent businesses, making them stronger, connecting people, connecting the dots, and making sure that we grow as a community, because everything I just feel is very top heavy right now. And there's just either you're eating like too good or you're hardly eating. And
Absolutely.
we need more platforms, and we need more platforms like to be able to speak our minds and not have to worry about getting this whole cancellation. And you can do that. You can do that here.
So you can't get canceled on TKK Radio. You said it did.
That's why the J
Let's see
Reed
if it
show's
happens,
here.
Say what you gotta say, man.
Yeah.
Say what you gotta say.
Yeah.
Man, but talk about roses again. Man, C3, this guy's a legend right here.
Ah, thank you. I
So
appreciate
C3, if you could let us know what you got going on. Where can they find you, the audience out there, so they can tune into your show?
Okay, yeah, you can go to animehiphop.com, ANIME, hip hop. Yeah, basically we got three different, it's a multimedia company. We have three different parts to it, one being a publishing, another being a production, other being touring. Publications, this is how it started, through publications. There was this project that we started. It was my first album, and I was like, man, I want to do something different, and I've always been a comic book fan, so I was like, why not create a comic, but instead of creating a comic, how would they be able to experience it? I wanted people to be able to experience the characters without being able to, alone being able to read it. So the video game idea came up. And then I'm on tour, I'm out, and people are telling me, hey, you're the first person to ever put all of these medias into one project. And I'm like, wait a minute, what about this person? What about? And I just kept persevering and getting out there and seeing, what they wanted. And this company of anime and hip hop came into view, which I wanted to change the way that people experience music, hip hop music per se, because it's like you listen to it, you don't really get to dive in and experience it. And I just wanted to change or evolve the way that people listen to music.
I like it. And anime and hip hop, people don't realize it, but it goes good together. You can take some hip hop and play it over anime. I noticed that. I'll see that on IG sometimes.
What?
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely perfect.
Oh yeah, so it's meant to be sometimes. So
This
there's
is
some
a
big stuff going on,
trailblazer right here when it comes to anime and hip hop right here.
especially because of what you told me the other day. Are we allowed to make the announcement as to what's being put together behind the scenes, or is this not a formal?
No.
Nothing.
Let
Okay.
him.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
We'll take the foot off the gas and slow down there. But where can they listen to the show?
They can listen to it on YouTube. We are launching on Spotify as well, so they'll be able to listen to that within the coming weeks.
What's the best anime of all time?
The best? Oh man,
I know it's a tough question.
What? Me personally?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Yu Yu Hakusho. You know what I mean? The Yu Yu Hakusho is my all time favorite. So and I have to kind of be universal as well, because one of the greatest is Dragon Ball Z. But
Oh, for sure. That's don't ask me. That's my only anime that I really, really know the ins and outs of.
It's amazing, bro. It's
best.
absolutely amazing, especially
good.
with the super arc. It completely took it to a new level, to new heights.
Goku versus Superman. Who would win?
Goku's winning that.
Really?
You know why?
Why?
It's because all I need is kryptonite.
Fair enough. But how's he going to get it? He's not the brightest star in the sky. He's a great fighter, but
What's so dope, what's so cool about Goku is he has instant transmission.
Oh, very good point. I didn't even think about that. He could literally go to Krypton, that's the planet, right? And just grab Kryptonite. Wow, so he would beat Superman.
He would be Superman.
Unless Superman was so fast that he grabbed him while he was, I guess instant transmission is faster than
This is the thing,
Superman
though.
can go.
Yeah. And then if Superman can't even beat Flash.
Wow.
He can't even beat Flash in a race. So it's no way. Well, yeah, he can. But he barely beat Flash. And that's a problem. If you're barely beating Flash, you're not touching Goku.
So then who's the most powerful cartoon character of all time?
One Punch. Hey, it's stupid because you got to check it out. It's like they do everything just to get on his nerves. People could be fighting, could be wars all around him. And then as soon as he gets mad, he just looks at you. He's like, and punches you one time. It's over. So it doesn't matter who you are. Look, it's stupid. I know the creator.
Yeah,
look,
but
bro,
what if he misses the punch? What if he can't land a hit?
That's the thing. He never misses.
He never misses. Okay. So literally, there's just no, it's literally, I hate that these comic book nerds can just figure it out. Like the writers get in touch. You know what it is? Like they just keep coming up with ways to keep getting better and better. There's no way to beat these guys.
There's no way to beat them. Damn. But the thing is this is the thing. Like, I feel like there is a gimmick. Like One Punch. Like, it's stupid, bro. It's stupid.
Oh, that's such a gimmick. I feel like it should be, that's
it's
like
not
a DQ.
fair. It's not fair. I mean, that's like, I don't know a lot about the anime, but this reminds me of childhood, playing with childhood friends, and then
And
they
they
come out
always
with
win.
right. They come out with that impossible move that's like, no,
Yeah,
mine's
exactly.
indestructible. It's KO. Nothing beats it. And I'm like, wait a second.
Exodia.
They really came up with a character that does that.
Hey,
Okay.
and y'all gotta look at the show, and then you'll know what I mean.
What does that mean, though, to beat somebody with one punch? Like, does it literally kill the person? Does it knock them out completely? It just takes them out of the game? Like, what does this one punch do
It
exactly?
kills you. It deliberates. It's done. You are terminated from the universe.
Wow. That is deep. That is super deep. All right, so I don't want to make you a hater. I don't want to appear like a hater, but what's the most overrated anime of all time? Because I've tried watching so many besides Dragon Ball Z. I just can't get into them. Maybe because I was a kid, but I feel like sometimes it's just a little bit too much. It's hard to follow. The most overrated anime, if you had to pick one.
The most overrated anime. Damn, this probably get me in trouble.
Especially if you're gonna try to book him next year.
Right?
Why would you book him? He's overrated.
Okay, how about this? I'm gonna be political with this one. All right, so the most overrated animes is the animes that aren't written by the original creators. You know what I mean? So
I like that. Great answer.
Yeah, so like usually it goes somewhere else, and we're not able to identify what truly was the aesthetic it started with. And yeah, so I can say that. I could say that Pokemon. I love fucking Pokemon. Listen, I love Pokemon, but I feel like it's overrated.
Oh, for certain.
It's
Great game. Horrible
What
TV
about
show.
the Go?
Pokemon Go.
I'm just setting you up for cancellation at this point.
Look, you know what? If you can't give me something that I can actually put on VR and I can feel the movements
Okay.
when Charizard
Yeah.
do the,
Yeah.
you feel me? I don't
Right.
want to be about to get hit by a car just to catch a Pokemon.
All right. Right.
happens.
Exactly. I know. These Pokemon deaths
All
shouldn't
the
be
time.
happening.
No.
I got 9
Should not.
lives. I've been hit by like 10 cars.
I'm just
tonight.
like,
I'm not kidding. Yeah, it's a dangerous game. And especially while you're driving. Because we're all guilty, right? When
Mewtwo!
that game
You
first
see
came
Mewtwo?
out, we were driving and we were playing that. Yeah, I did not see Mewtwo. I played it for like 2 weeks and then totaled my car, and it was bad. I played it for a while and it was just dangerous. Too much.
Oh, no.
I already crashed my car as it is, constantly.
Yeah, bro, please. You need the GPS. You need the little
Yeah.
cup holder GPS. You know what I mean? Put the phone in there.
That's the way to
And
do
you
it.
could, yeah.
And then it's safer.
And it's safer.
So good to know. And then, yeah, you just flip up. Right
Yeah,
there,
flip up.
catch
Pokemon,
them
go.
there. Yeah, exactly. All right, fair enough. So, where can they find you on IG? That's where the kids are.
Yeah.
We want these people, if they're going to be playing, Pokemon on their phones, driving around, listening to the radio, they might as well be listening to your show.
Yeah, you
Where
might
can
as
they
well
find you
type
on IG?
anime hip hop in on Instagram, and follow us. And we're gonna be dropping some new apps, some new things that you can play while you drive as well.
Wow. Yo, I'm so excited about the video games. So, real quick, because we have a whole bunch of people waiting, but what do we have to look forward to with this video game?
Oh man. So the video game is based off the comic book. So you get to actually experience the characters. The synopsis of the comic book in the video game is the station of reincarnation nation is taken over by the goddess of the wind, and the past sends the future a message for help. So when this happens, it's blending two worlds. It's blending an ancient world is blending an urban world. But what I really wanted to focus on with this, because the project is called Spirit Language, so I wanted to focus on the spiritual knowledge. I wanted to focus on really just the transparency of the game and being able to actually learn why you're playing a game as well, nice. And just give a added touch to it.
All right, is it going to be rated M?
Is it going to be rated M? Look, man. Right now it's E for everyone.
Okay, good. So I guess the kids out there can play it. I try to play games, but if it's not Grand Theft Auto, I'm like the devil on your shoulder, baby.
It's gonna be really close to it. It's gonna be really close to it, okay.
But you're doing good things. You're not committing crimes. You're helping people.
I mean, that's all perception.
Ooh, very good point. Very good point.
Yeah, I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and we was talking about angles and angels. You know what I mean? Like how angels are able to see it from all angles. You know what I mean? That's why they're so open. And then somebody who only see it one way is more so demonic, right? Because it's like fire. Like you light something on fire, it's going to continue to burn. Unlike the other elements, which can subside together. You know what I mean?
Wise man once told me, "Fear is the devil."
Yeah, fear is the devil.
That's right. Wise man as an Eric Sermon.
Eric Sermon.
Yeah, he really believes that. He sat me down. He's like, "Right." He's like, "Show no fear. Fear is the devil." I had a baby on the way. Sat me down. He's like, "You'll be okay."
That's magic.
It's magic.
That's magic right there.
He's a magic man. And you're a magic man, too. That's why we're going to follow you on Anime Hip Hop, damn it.
Oh, yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, thank you for having me at the Ryan Show, man. I appreciate it.
It's good to finally have you, man. We've got work to do. I heard there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming up. So everybody follow the man. Follow us at The Ryan Show. If you're tuned into TKK Radio, thank you. If you're tuned in one of our other wonderful stations, thank you as well. This is The Ryan Show FM West Coast Marathon. And we will be back. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah.